Yes, we are live.
Hello, everyone. It's MJ here, Marcin, the CMO of Suisse Blockchain. It's a pleasure to welcome you to our webinar, An Introduction to Suisse Blockchain. With me today is Piotr, Kati, and Bersek. So we will have a short introduction from them at the beginning. Then I will go through the pitch deck for you. That's going to take about half an hour. And then we have the time for question and answer sessions where the guys here from the team will be available as well to answer your questions. So let's go. Let's start with Kati. Short introduction from you, Kati, and then we ask Piotr and Berzek for their introduction.
Hi, my name is Kathy Norman. It's a pleasure to be here today. And I have an IT background, and I was so fascinated by blockchain that when I discovered it, I just made a left-hand turn and rolled into blockchain, and I've never looked back. Welcome to our webinar today, and please ask lots of questions. Thank you.
Thanks, Kati.
Thank you, Kathy. My name is Piotr Herdzik, and I'm the copy chief for Suisse Blockchain. If you have ever been to any of our social media channels or are on our email list, you probably interacted with me on some level, and I handle the moderation of this webinar. Back to you, Berzek.
Thanks, Piotr. Hi, I am Bersek. My real name is Mario Blakut, but since crypto is illegal in my country, I use the pseudonym Bersek everywhere. I am a software engineer with 20 years of experience, 7 years in blockchain, 8 years, and 4 years developing for nodes and now Suisse Blockchain. Back to you, Marcin. Thanks.
Perfect. Thank you. So I will now go through the deck. So a few words about me. My name is Marcin Jasinski. I am in Suisse Blockchain since 1st of April 2022 as one of the first members. Now we are about 15. My role is to head up the marketing team. I have a financial background. I used to work for Thomson Reuters, which you may know is one of the biggest companies in the world with 55,000 employees. Then I became the youngest team leader at Reuters at the age of 23. At 24, I went to Paris and Luxembourg and managed a portfolio of about 300 clients for Thomson Reuters. Then I became a global head of marketing for a technology firm. And now for 6 years, I've been in advisory and marketing, chief marketing officer roles. And so I joined, as I said, I joined Suisse Blockchain on the 1st of April. So I will show you the presentation now. So there is a quick disclaimer. Here, we will not go through the disclaimer. I will go directly to slide number 3. So let's start with our vision and mission. Our vision is to shape the future. So it's a big vision. We specifically keep it very big and ambitious. It's a little bit like think different or just do it from Apple and Nike respectively. We want to shape the future of blockchain and with the mission to become the most trusted and impactful Web3 startup incubator in the global blockchain industry. So the goal is really ambitious here. We've collected a fantastic team. We are going for it, and we want to keep it that way for many years to come. So we don't want to play in the smaller leagues. We want to go after it big time. So that's very, very important. The way to achieve us, we really want to help startups and provide them support in 3 dimensions. So number 1 is platform. So we actually have 2 launchpads, not just one. So one is the exclusive launchpad. And then the second one is a community launchpad where the launchpads gets their funding needs addressed. The second dimension is innovation. So we unite communities by giving them innovation with the ecosystem and also our metaverse to support the projects we care about. So that's an interesting slide. I will talk about metaverse a little bit later in the presentation. And then the third dimension is incubation. So we help blockchain startup projects succeed. We make them ready for this, Web3 and metaverse-enabled future. So that's very important that we provide the incubation services as well. Now, Team. So I think this is one of the first slides in the deck and not the last one for a reason. I think this is one of the most important slides. I think this is one of most important advantages that we have over our competition, and it's a really a differentiator. So for me, when I joined Suisse Blockchain, I had the pleasure to meet Marco Quinter, Franco Quinter, and had an interview with Patrick, our CEO. And when I met the guys, Franco has 20 businesses in Switzerland, 18 of them in Switzerland, 2 more businesses around the world. Marco worked for Swiss Telecom, 28 quarters of EBITDA growth. Alex Fries is in Silicon Valley. He sits in the same building as Tim Draper. We have Berzek here, myself. We have Tim in Switzerland. We have Kati and Piotr on the call. My marketing team is five people already as well. Some of them joined me from previous companies, so that's really good. So I'm really extremely proud of the team and extremely motivated to be working with such amazing individuals, good people as well. So this is, I think, our main strength, and this allows us to work really efficiently. We work quite a lot. The work ethic is very Swiss in our team, and so we are able to also gravitate towards the opportunities where we see it. So it's really agile way of working. So the team, one of the most important slides here. Now, in terms of the competitive advantages, so what differentiates us from the competition? So there are 6 different ways. The first one is transparency. So we are registered in Switzerland. As the name implies, we are audited by Grant Thornton. So Grant Thornton is actually the biggest accounting firm for crypto. They are 5th biggest accounting firm, but the biggest one for crypto. And we have public team members, so we are not hiding behind avatars and stuff like this. Everything is public. You can see our LinkedIn profiles and so on. A legal framework. So this is a very progressive DLT law in Switzerland, probably about 3-4 years. That's what I'm hearing, more progressive than Europe. We have a Swiss law firm as partner, and we will be reviewed by FINMA, the market authority in Switzerland. So that's important. It's, some people, I had a call today early in the morning, and the guys, because they didn't want to spend money on expensive lawyers, they were neglecting this, but they will run into troubles down the road. So this should not be neglected. We invested a lot of time and effort and money into making sure we are aligned and regulated as we should. We have a global network of partners, community, and trusted investors. So that's also important. It's not a 2 people, a garage startup. Nothing against that, but we are much more mature, much more prepared, and already network with a lot of people. So that's great, with a lot of businesses, a lot of investors. Now, security. So we have audited code, insurance pool and lockup, and experienced board members. So actually the board members, each of them obviously have their own network, and they provide security to the inherent startup risk that you encounter for every startup. So this is important. Swissness, as the name implies, and as you see in our deck, everything is very Swiss, very highest quality standard you can get, really. I've been working in Luxembourg for the past 10 years, and I think Luxembourg and Switzerland have some of the best work ethics, and really everything is very well done, highest level of integrity and trustworthiness. This trustworthiness is one of the most important things for us. The way we work, the way we interact with clients, we're all very transparent and very trustworthy, so very important. And then finally, the technical elements is our competitive advantage as well, because we have 25 cross-chain capabilities, multi-chain wallet, and Web3 framework. One of the last slides in the presentation is about news, so I will talk about it a bit more. And we also have Berzek, who is also the chief there in technical side and news, so we will talk about it more in the question and answer sessions. Now, let's look at the problem of the industry and then the solution of Suisse Blockchain. So there are various problems and risks. The first one is regulation. As you know, the FTX recent scandal related to that problem with regulation in the blockchain, or this one more crypto exchange industry, but the problems with the industry that are not fully regulated, many of them we actually are, so this is our advantage. Security, so there's basically lack of security and oversight over blockchain projects. That's a big problem. The transparency, so again, as I said, many teams are still anonymous, so there is not enough transparency in the market. And safety, obviously these are highly volatile, highly risky investments, so investors may feel unsafe, especially in the current climate where we had Bitcoin at 60,000 and now went down to 15, 16,000. Now it's 18, so it's coming back a little bit, but people obviously, those who bought at the peak, they lost a lot of money, 75%. Barriers to entry, so also if you don't have a community or space to display your ideas, it can be standing in your way to make the project successful, so we want to help with that. And then fairness, so again, whales as we call them, so the big investors, they have access to better opportunities than the rest of us, and so we want to level the playing field as well. So in terms of our solution, we are the future of blockchain incubation. We put startups through a very stringent vetting process. We want to assure the highest quality projects on our platform. And if the project doesn't pass it, but it doesn't raise any red flags, it can still be chosen by the community for the community launchpad. So this is very important. We have the exclusive launchpad and the community launchpad. So, we provide services in terms of fundraising, know-how, and knowledge transfer, and also the community. So these are the main areas for us now. And then IDO Launchpad and key features. So it's very user-focused. Our platform utilizes the multi-chain interface, which makes it very easy to use. Our user experience, a user interface, so UI, UX, is very, very advanced. Kati is telling me it's going to be one of the most beautiful user interfaces we will see. So our designers are working on it and our development teams as well. So that's great. There is gamification, so the platform will reward users for using it. It's very important as well. The governance model, so as I mentioned already a few times, the projects can be placed on either exclusive launchpad or community launchpad. So that's in terms of the governance, the community has votes into what's happening. Then in terms of disruptive innovation, NFT and metaverse, so we are open for Web3 and metaverse development, and we're working on our own digital world in the metaverse as well. So I have a few slides about metaverse as well coming up very shortly. And finally, fair access. So we are providing a loyalty scheme to level off the blockchain playing field. So these are the most important IDO Launchpad key features. So I'm on slide 10. So actually, I'm very good on time. So I hope this is entertaining. So keep up with me. I have a few more slides here about our services, and then we will talk a little bit more about the market and the roadmap, tokenomics, and the technical elements as well. So disruptive innovation. So thanks to our ability, we are still a startup. We are very agile. So what we are able to do is to skate toward opportunities. That's the technical term from Harvard Business School, skating towards opportunities. So actually being able to see which opportunities there on the market and choose how we want to skate towards it. So we started as a Swiss blockchain company. So by providing support on multiple blockchains and providing high quality projects without network boundaries, but we are already skating towards Web3 and NFT because we are seeing that this is the latest in technology. So Web3, internet evolves into this next stage. And so we want to make sure that the startups are Web3 ready and we will be utilizing the most innovative and forward-looking blockchain frameworks in order to be able to provide it to them. And then tokenization of everything. So it not only helps to turn platform loyalty into NFT, but also helps to build a future-ready digital environment. So very important here, all these three elements. And then the metaverse. So even Satya Nadella, the Microsoft CEO, he said, the metaverse is here, and it's not only transforming how we see the world, but how we participate in it, from the factory floor to the meeting room. So Facebook renamed itself into Meta. There's a lot of metaverse projects that are happening, and obviously there's Sandbox, there's Mana, there are many few other. Mana is Decentraland. So there are a few others, and a lot of people want to get the piece of the pie, but it's still a very nascent industry, still very early stage. We are working towards our own metaverse with its own ecosystem, and we want to create this reality that's worth being in. And so supporting and interacting with project in our incubation service. So that's what we want to ultimately achieve. So we are now working with the large blockchain community and the project founders. We will support them across digital and physical realities. So we will also be the blockchain partner for InnoCube Suisse, which is a workspace in Kur, 25 million investment. We will be the blockchain partner for it. So you'll hear about this partnership as well. So we want to have both physical space and the digital reality in metaverse and so on. So we want to help startups where they need the most help, and we are doing it really the Swiss way, the right way, as we call it. And we want to bring everyone to our world, to our ecosystem, so it's worth being in it. So we will build this world with the startups. So we will have the metaverse slide paper once it's ready. At the moment, we are working on IDO Launchpad, and then we'll focus on the light paper. So as soon as we have a metaverse light paper, you will hear from us, and we will be distributing that to you as well. Okay, all right. So that's more the section about our services is completed. Now let's talk about the market and the market opportunity. So here you see total addressable market. You see that the blockchain market size is projected to grow from 3 trillion to 30 trillion plus in 2027. So that's about 70% cumulative annual growth rate. So that's very big. 10% is a decent growth rate, but 70% is obviously very, very rapid. Venture capitalists invested over 33 billion in 2021, which is more than all previous years combined. So that's amazing. We peaked in Q1 2022, and now we are experiencing a crypto winter. So we see the graphs is going down, but we recorded the biggest investment in Europe in Q2, 1.4 billion. So even though it's going down, it's probably will come back to peaking again. And so the potential for the market is really big, even though it's shrinking in the last 2 quarters. Also, for those of you that don't know, Swiss Crypto Valley is a big success story because it grew from 100 billion to 611 billion in 2021. It has 14 unicorns now from 8 in 2022, more employment, more companies, so it's really a great success story. Ethereum is based there, so obviously that's a big part of the valuation. And if you look at Zug and Zurich, they have 600 companies there. So it's really a hub for on a global scale. It's really, really great. So we are benefiting from that. I recently was in Liechtenstein with Patrick, our CEO, at the conference. So there's good regulation and good framework, good firms supporting the ecosystem. So this is really, really important for us. And to finish off the market sizing and its potential, here you see the serviceable addressable market. It's about 4 billion USD at all-time high. So our competitors who are valued at about 400 million at their all-time high, so the highest point of their valuation. Now, if you look at DAO Maker, it's 170 million, maybe even less. So it changed, and also we had to revise down our valuation. So its initial market cap is 1.9 million at the TGE token generation event, and then you see the evolution in the months. But before, it was also practically three times more. So we adjusted to the market. All right, so I'm in 20 minutes, so I'm good on time. So we have more time for question and answers. So a little bit more about tokenomics. So here you see the tokenomics, the distribution of the tokenomics. You see for staking and LP rewards, it's 15%, then 11% or 12% for ecosystem fund, 11% for the team and marketing, 10.5% for research and development, and then we have a different round of fundraising and also some reserves. And so this is the distribution of the tokenomics. You can reach out to me if you want after the call. I can send you the pitch deck. We'll send you as well. But we have, if you are interested in tokenomics and in potentially allocating in the future, you can reach out to me. I can send you an email with extended tokenomics as well. So if that's the need, we can do it. Then the roadmap. So we are in Q4 2022, just about end of the year. So we already have our light paper, building the community, developing a multi-chain platform, multi-wallet integration. So here you can see, you will receive this document to be sure. So you can follow what happened in this year, what's happening now, and what will happen in the entire 2023. So we have it mapped out. So don't hesitate to reach out, and we'll share that with you as well. If you may have a question, very often we have a question about the roadmap during our Q&A, so you may have a question about that. And then the last section, the technical partner. So this is Nulls, as I mentioned. So it's a technology stack so that enabling innovation. So as I mentioned, cross-chain capabilities. The projects can be hosted on 25 plus different chains. So that's great. We have our own multi-chain wallet with Neighbox. So the community is easily able to swap between all supported blockchains. That's fantastic. Very easy functionality and very useful, very user-friendly. It's now EVM compatible, so it evolved to EVM and Web3 compatible. So it's now much more user-friendly and simple to integrate. And it also expands the reach of blockchain incubation. There are lower fees and superior speeds. So the gas fees are not a burden, the gas fees for each transaction. And comparatively, it is faster than other blockchain technologies. So that's great. And we have the direct access to the Nulls team. So that's fantastic. I would like maybe Berzek to talk a little bit more because we have more time. So maybe we'll see how many questions we have. But if Berzek can talk a little bit more about Nulls, that would be great. And then also, again, this is a very mature startup. So being able to tap into Nulls. Congratulations, Nulls, for just reaching 100,000 followers on Twitter. It's not just about Twitter, but obviously this is now a very mature business with good ecosystem doing well. And so we are proud and happy to be cooperating with them. So I think with that, I saved us about 5 minutes. Usually it's about half an hour. I go quicker through that now. I didn't want to spend too much time. I know there's a few of you on StreamYard and LinkedIn, so we may have some more questions like we had last time. So now we have even more questions. So I turn it over to you, Piotr, to moderate Q&A.
Okay, thank you, Marcin. I'm gonna add everyone back to the stream. I'm gonna take the slides away so we are all on one page. Okay. Yeah, so I've seen some questions, but not all of the ones that have been raised in StreamYard. I've answered them already, and maybe Berzek, you could speak a little bit about Knowles and our partnerships between Swiss Blockchain and Knowles, because I don't think we covered that topic extensively in our earlier webinars.
Yeah, sure, Piotr. I will gladly talk about Nodes. Well, Nodes is a blockchain that is active since 5 years ago when it was the concept was created. Version was one was released 2018, and the second version, which is a complete rewrite of the code, was released on 2020. The second version is interesting because it's the first microservices implementation of a blockchain project. This means that anybody can build modules using their favorite development language. So this in the future should attract more developers and make them more productive, since they don't need to learn a new language to build useful things. Aside of that, we have created Nerve Network, which is its goal is destined to be a cross-chain solution and be very fast and secure at the same time. Right now, we support 19 blockchains, but soon it will support 25 different blockchains, and of course, hundreds of tokens that live in those blockchains. Nerve has 2,000 transactions per second, and every block is created every 2 seconds. And it just needs one confirmation to be deemed secure. But to achieve these numbers, we needed to make some compromises. In fact, Nerve does not have a smart contract engine, and that's where Nulls is used. So Nulls is for smart contracts and Nerve is for cross-chain operations. So why did we split? Because instead of trying to build a single bloated fat blockchain that tries to do everything, but does it in a mediocre way, we decided to split in two with different requirements, different goals. And this proved to be very effective because we are making progress very, very fast. Also, as Nerve does not have a smart contract engine, this means that the integration of blockchains is done at the protocol itself and not at the smart contract level. This implies that this is inherently more secure because it's a lot more difficult to cheat a whole blockchain than a smart contract, which, as we know, is the favorite hobby of hackers previous months. So we take security very, very seriously, and with our solution, it's a lot more difficult to hack. Of course, I won't say unhackable because that would be false. Absolutely every system can be hacked. The thing is how expensive and time consuming is to hack a system, and if that is worth the value to hack it. So we raised the bar a lot. So we don't think hackers may be interested in spending months trying to hack our blockchain, especially at these levels. This is how the two blockchains have been built on Mool's ecosystem, but we have another piece. The next piece is Neighbox. Neighbox is our Web3 wallet that is very similar to MetaMask, but we have made cross-chain transactions as a first type citizen, so to speak. So it's embedded since release one, the ability to make cross-chain transactions using our bridges and using Nerve underneath. And lastly, we made a partnership, a very strong partnership with Suisse Blockchain, in which Knowles itself is a shareholder of the company. So our partnership is very strong. We are building the Launchpad, and all the technical aspects are done by Knowles development team, which I will talk a little bit because it's important. Knowles development team has 15 full-time developers, which is a lot of developers considering our market size, and even for bigger projects, gathering 15 developers is difficult. So we are well packed with the development. In fact, if you know something about Knowles always was tagged as a very great development project, but we have our weaknesses, especially on marketing and how to forward the message to the end users. And in this regard, Suisse Blockchain is a perfect partner because Suisse Blockchain has a very, very strong marketing team. So the synergies were there since day one. It was something you miss this, I miss this. We are the perfect match between each other. So everything goes smooth since day one, and we are very happy with this partnership. And we are expecting a lot of things, big things going on this. And of course, as we price ourselves to be good in development, you will see things you didn't see on other launchpads. But I need to shut up so I can talk anymore about that. But be sure you guys will be happy with that. Okay, if you have any questions, I will gladly answer them. Otherwise, back to you, Marcin, Piotr, Kathy. I don't know if you want to say something.
I'm good. You covered it very well, Berzak. Thank you.
Thank you, Berzak. Okay, that was a great answer. It was quite complex, and I think that you showcase every aspect of Knowles and how it all falls together with Suisse Blockchain's plans for the future and the upcoming things that we will share with the community pretty soon. Our MVP is still a little bit far in time. We are planning, as you might have seen on our roadmap in the light paper, somewhere at the end of Q1, beginning Q2, and then we will be able to show you, maybe even earlier, a little bit of behind the scenes of how this Launchpad really works and how it functions from a design standpoint. However, do you guys, maybe the people in the audience, have any questions to us? Are you interested in any particular aspect of Suisse Blockchain? Or maybe you're still concerned about the current status of the market and the market conditions and everything surrounding the market conditions, like the FTX fiasco. Please ask us straight ahead. We're very transparent with our opinions. We do not have anything to hide. And if you're gonna ask us questions, we promise to answer them as truthfully as possible.
Perfect. We may have questions also from LinkedIn, right?
No, I don't see any questions from LinkedIn, actually. No, we only had some activity on YouTube, a little bit of back and forth on StreamYard, but no questions from LinkedIn. No.
I have a surprise question. Okay, very clear present. Okay, surprise question to you, Piotr. So this is going to be the last webinar in the series. So this is a series. We've already done it in this format 2 times, and Kati here has done it 2 times. It's more technical webinars. We'll obviously be with you in the new year with more webinars and chances to hear about us. But Piotr, tell us a bit more of what you can say. What can people expect in the Christmas period and the beginning of the year? Tell us a bit more about
Yeah,
that.
sure. Okay, I'm gonna tell a little bit about that, and then we're gonna go to your question, Bernd. Okay, I think that's gonna be all right. Okay, so in the next week, we're gonna publish a gift for you, a little bit of a present for Christmas, something you can look through, read, explore on your own, and we will send that over through the newsletter email first. So everybody on our newsletter list will get it first. And then we're going to publish it on LinkedIn in the upcoming days. So if you'd like to get the gift a little bit earlier, please sign up to our newsletter list with your email. It's suisseblockchain.io /newsletter, or when you go to our website, it's the first fillable space underneath our hero section, so underneath our banner. Yes, so that's the thing, the gift for Christmas. And after that, in the first week, probably in the first week of the new year, we're gonna host a webinar with an outlook for 2023, and we're gonna appear as most of our team, and we're gonna discuss the things we're gonna accomplish in 2023 and what are our plans for the whole year, basically. So this will be a great opportunity for you to tune in, ask us questions, because more of us will be available then, and almost every department will be there on that call. So you'll have the chance to really pick our brains about everything, from the launchpad to the marketing strategy to developmental subjects and much more. So please tune in. I'm going to confirm the date in the upcoming week, probably. So just stay tuned on our social media channels, and it's probably also going to appear on the news channels, because we're sharing each other's announcements. So if you're subscribed to Nuls or Suisse Blockchain, you surely won't miss it. Yeah, so that's for the things that are still planned for this year and for the first week of next year. Now we can go to Bernd's question from StreamYard. Are you interested in industry partnerships or projects, or providing only the infrastructure? Berzek, maybe you start, and we will go then around with everyone's input on this question.
All right. Yeah, sure. Thanks, Piotr. Yes, we are trying to build a cooperative ecosystem rather than a competitive one. That's one of the pillars and the idea of a launchpad. So in this regard, when you talk about Ethereum killer or some expression like that, it doesn't make sense to us, because the potential market is so grossly huge that it sounds very pity trying to compete between each other right now, because it is just, the potential market is too huge to be competitive right now between each other. In this regard, we are very, very open to any kind of partnership, any ideas you may have. But bear in mind that we don't like hollow partnerships. In what sense? You tweet and I tweet, and that's all. Like, we mean something that has no value for token holders and so on. So we don't do that kind of thing. We want to build meaningful partnerships that means something and that can help us each other to build and to make progress in the industry, and not just announcements. Marcin, maybe you want to add up something?
Yeah, you put it so well, Berzek. I mean, I wanted to have a similar answer, but it's a closed-ended question. So the simple answer is yes. And I loved how you put it, that we're in a collaborative way versus the more combatant, coercive way. You really put it super succinctly, and I liked it. And yeah, we are already having some partnerships, as I mentioned during the presentation. We have more to come that we will announce, and we are openly available to beneficial synergistic relationships not only on the infrastructure, because these two are quite different. One is startup comes to us, we help them with incubation, we help them with Launchpad, they grow and they become successful. That's us being a mud, holding their hand and helping them. And then there are industry partnerships such as NOS, such as InnoCube Suisse, such as Nerve, Neighbox, and others, where we are more on a partnership level and we help each other. So these two are quite separate, but no, you smashed it, Berzek. Really good answer.
Thank you, Marcin.
Yeah, I really liked that we're being more collaborative than competitive. So that was a very nice phrase you used, and I think it rings true for what Swiss Blockchain is trying to achieve. Kathy, maybe you have something to add.
Two things. I think for all startups, the best way to grow and expand as quickly as possible is by creating partnerships. And secondly, I forgot what the second point was. I guess I just had one point.
I mean, well, sometimes one point is enough. So I think that you have fulfilled the question to its fullest potential, answered the query. I think Bernd also has another question to us. If we are focused on any special industries connected to the blockchain industry. So are we guys?
I don't think so, but of course we will keep we will be focused on what we believe the next trends will be, like for example metaverse or artificial intelligence. We may put more resources on these areas, so to drive the next trend. But of course, this will be just best guess kind of thing, because nobody knows what people will get crazy on or will get crazy for. So our right now we may be interested in metaverse and artificial intelligence things, but that doesn't mean we won't accept or approve any other project or any other industry. In fact, there are a lot of industries that remain untouched, that being a first mover may be a good idea right now, and probably we will evaluate one by one, so to invest resources on our human resources and our knowledge on this project with interesting ideas.
Yeah, so we definitely want to be disruptive, right? So we discussed there's going to be a stringent vetting process. So each application will have to go through the list of different questions and apply there. So we want to make sure that they meet all the criteria. And I think it's more, we can think more about the disruptive potential of the technology rather than the industry. We are more industry agnostic. So it's a little bit more, if you want to disrupt by providing an exchange, great. If you want to disrupt by providing a platform for CBD treatments, great. If you're a retailer providing different payment systems, great. So it's a case by case. It's rather industry agnostic, but the focus will be more on the disruptive technology rather than anything else. And Bernd, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your questions.
Thank you, Bernd. I think you guys have put it as I would put it. So you've done a great job of explaining, and this was also a great question by you, Bernd. And thank you for being so active and participating in our live stream. Are there any more questions from the audience? Maybe you're still wondering about something that we touched upon, or maybe we haven't touched upon and you would like us to touch upon. So please let us know. Otherwise, do we have any topics to cover? Any questions, maybe? Kathy, Berzek, MJ, do you have anything you would like to talk about regarding Swiss Blockchain? Maybe something that hasn't been covered on the last stream, and maybe it's still there is still place for discussion about that subject.
Well, no, I think I am good. At this instance, there are a lot of things and details that probably we will disclose in the upcoming months. Also, we are completely open to have conversations with our community, not only talking about Swiss blockchain, but even more generic stuff about the industry, the trends, or whatever you want to talk. We are perfectly open. We are all also open to understanding and knowing new things, learning every day. And for doing this, we like to have other perspectives, other opinions, other ways to conceptualize the whole industry. So we are all open to this. Yeah.
I'll say
Yeah.
something.
Go ahead, Kathy.
Just want to stress how interesting I think the event that Peter spoke about, the New Year's event for Swiss Blockchain. I think it'll be a great way to hear more details about each of the items on our roadmap and give you an opportunity to meet more of the team. So please attend that. I think it'll be great.
Yeah, of course, if you're on our email list, you're gonna be the first one to hear about it, and you're gonna also get the invitation as one of the first people. So if you're just left your email on our website, you're gonna know about it. I'm gonna make sure that you're gonna know about it. Yes.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Peter, for always making sure, because sometimes we have to be reminded more than once.
Yeah.
Perfect. From my side, I just want to say that similarly to Berzek, don't hesitate to reach out. I know a few people who are attending this webinar, joining from Africa or Monaco or wherever they are in the world right now. Don't hesitate to reach out to us. You may be having a specific question, or you may want to have this extended tokenomics document that I referred to when I was talking about tokenomics. So we are obviously available on social media, on Telegram, where we are active, but also if you have specific question, especially Kati and I, we are also responsible. Kati's responsibility is head of customer relations, right? So we are there with Kati a lot to help you guys to take your first steps in the blockchain world, or invest, or answer any question you may have. Berzek is there as well for the technical questions, and as you can see, he can venture into other dimensions as well. So just wanted to invite everyone to grow with us. It's to be part of the journey, and I think the journey is going to be an exciting one. We're almost till the end of the year, and I think next year will be the year of Swiss blockchain for sure.
Yeah, surely. Okay, so I think we don't have a lot of other questions. I think that Fatih is a fan of Knowles. He supports us on Twitter as well, because I see him commenting on our posts sometimes. So that's great that you're also here with us. If you have any questions, you can still ask them right now. And if we don't get any other questions, then I think we can wrap up and finalize the stream for today. No questions. All right. Marcin, will you send us? Oh, yeah, we have something.
Sure. Yeah, I can wrap it up. So thank you all who participated, be it on StreamYard, on YouTube, or LinkedIn, or Twitter. Thank you so much. Bernd and others, thank you for great questions. And I want to wish everyone Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, because we will not be able to do another webinar before that. Some of you go on holiday, so I wish you a nice holiday. If you are working, know that there are people at Swiss Blockchain working at Christmas as well, so don't feel alone. Just enjoy this break if you have one, and I look forward to connecting with you in the near future, and hopefully working together in 2023 and beyond.
Okay. Thank you, Marcin. Merry Christmas to everyone, and Happy New Year. We will probably see each other in a webinar style after New Year's Eve. So yeah, I wish you all a great holiday. And if there is no holiday, someone from the Swiss blockchain team usually is around. So don't feel alone, just like Marcin said. Kathy, Berzak, do you want to say something for the end?
Happy holidays, and we'll see you in the new year, if not sooner.
Yeah, happy holidays to everybody, and let's build a spectacular year for 2023. It depends on us, not so. Let's not delegate to luck. So let's work on it.
Yeah, let's work on it. Okay. Thank you for tuning in, guys. I'm going offline in 3, 2, 1.